What's up, everybody? This is Generation Tech episode 4, and I'm joined by Matthew Burrows. What's up, Matthew?
Nothing much, Rich. How's it going
Not,
with you?
not bad, not bad. Had a good New Year's, and
Yeah,
as some of you may know, we did a New Year's stream,
6
a
hours.
really long stream with Matt, Steve Johnson, and Sony Corp. We were all on the stream, and there were a couple people watching, and we had a good time, so
Yep.
uh, I really enjoyed myself because I don't really care about going out, and I know Matt doesn't really either, so
Nah,
it works for me. But
it's a lot of fun.
either way, it's January 2nd, so we're rolling right through the new year, and unfortunately, there's not a lot of tech news going on right now, right?
Nope, absolutely nothing right now. It's pretty much this is like a dead zone right now for tech every year because it's right after Christmas. Everyone's all playing with their new gadgets and stuff, and no one's really worrying about what's coming next unless your name's us or some of our friends. I mean, we're the type of people that actually want to know what's next already. So.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what? CES is around the corner, so there's going to be a lot of good, innovative stuff and tech goodies to talk about then. But right now, we had a topic lined up. You want to kind of dive into that? What topic we were going to talk about today?
So this topic, before I say what it is, we're actually going to be doing that in a later date, probably in about 2 shows. If not, we might do a special edition, like an early week episode or something. Um, but yeah, so we're gonna do our desk setups, like talk about our personal ones, because a lot of people right around this time, within like this time frame, like within these like I guess 3 weeks, first 3 weeks of the year, you'll see a ton of room tours, desk tours, office tours go up for the new year, and a lot is changing with mine. And I actually bought a new desk. I don't have it here set up right now, but I'll be getting that in about 2 weeks. I would have it here, but it didn't fit in the car, so
He tried to fit
yeah,
it in an an Accord sedan, with 3 or 4 people in the car, and I said that
yeah,
wasn't going to happen. But Matt was pretty optimistic it was going to, and I
didn't
told
happen.
you so. Sorry to say that.
Yeah,
But it's going to be cool because his desk is kind of like mine, but a smaller version of it. And
yep,
I'm going to be waiting to do a room tour until probably, hopefully Friday, maybe Saturday. I'm waiting for a new chair to come in, but
hopefully.
hopefully it comes tomorrow. I got my new microphone and everything, so I'm just waiting for everything to be up to date, and then I'll do a epic room tour. It's gonna be freaking great. I'm excited to do it. But
Yeah,
until then, until that show, until our room tours go up, we're gonna be just doing a little roundtable Q&A session with our followers in the chat room. So, do you see anything worthwhile? Not worthwhile. We're gonna talk about everything, but what's the first question we got over here? So,
all right. Okay, so let's see. I gotta scroll up here. Uh, what are your thoughts on the new NVIDIA 800 graphic cards? So the next series of
I
NVIDIA.
actually have not looked into that.
I haven't either. I actually didn't know about it until today. Empire Craft mentioned it to me.
See, the reason I don't know about that is because I'm a Mac person mostly, so I'm not really looking into computer components these days. And you know, even if I was, it's really really tough to be on like the leading, like even knowing about the newest graphics card is really tough. You know?
Yeah, because personally, I feel like the 700 series just came out. I mean, it's only been out a couple of months. So,
Right.
I mean, and those all can really handle themselves well. One GTX 780 can run any game that you want today on high, even ultra settings. So, I don't know. Personally, I'm not really too worried about it right now. I mean, it'd be great. They're probably going towards 4K. Um, if anything, they'll probably boost up the support to 4K. So
There you go.
instead of just 1080p.
So next question, actually also by EmpireCraft. He's asking, what's our favorite soda drink?
Okay. What about you, Rich? I'll let you start
I
off.
stopped drinking soda over a year ago, and I'm not looking back. I don't. I cut it completely cold turkey out of my diet, and I lost a lot of weight actually, just that alone. And obviously, beer doesn't help because beer belly. But I just drink
Yeah.
water, Straight up water, the occasional iced tea, but no soda, no carbonated drinks.
So what's your favorite drink overall?
On just regular lemon with water. That's it.
Okay, so lemon
Hmm.
water. I'll stick with the soda because I still drink soda, but as of right now, I'm actually going on like a low carb diet.
Oh, really?
Um, yeah, actually, we just had uh, like pork rind breaded pork chops, which is pretty
There
great.
you
But
go.
yeah, so my favorite soda is either going to be a toss up between Pepsi and Moxie, which is Moxie. I don't think you guys have ever had it. You guys should definitely try it. It's a pretty much a local soda. I'm sure you could find it at some specialty stores, but it's technically it's an elixir. So,
Very cool. So, Steve actually asked, "What's our thought on the Xbox One?"
well, I know Steve just got his today.
Literally just a couple hours ago. So,
Yeah,
congratulations to the joining the party. Looking forward to seeing you on Forza soon.
yeah, that's awesome. I really like my Xbox One. Recently, I've gotten a bunch of games. You've seen them on my channel, most of them. So I have right now I have Forza 5, Call of Duty Ghosts, Dead Rising, and Battlefield 4. I'm loving all these games. They are all amazing. Rich and I are actually having a lot of fun with Dead Rising 3. Um, and we just play Call of Duty Ghosts and Battlefield pretty much on the side. It's like a regular in between. So I'm really enjoying it. The snap features are a little annoying sometimes.
Sometimes, like when you're on Skype and the other person says, "I don't want to say the magic word because I have my thing on," but like when you say it accidentally, it pops up and it gets so annoying. But other than that, I really love it. Like all the TV features and all that stuff. I've said it so many times, but I really love the multimedia features in this thing. And not, I mean, obviously the games are awesome. That's like a given at this point. You know, it's all the extras that I really enjoy. And I have the PlayStation 4. I it's just a gaming system and that's it. So I like it's tough for me to warrant turning it on sometimes. It's I don't know. It has a Blu-ray player. That's what I use it for once in a while. But but that's about it. And Vidi asks, "What's your thoughts on the console war?" So, for me, I it's really stupid. I mean, honestly, all consoles are good. Like the PlayStation 4 is awesome. The Xbox One is awesome. You're obviously going to have most people can only afford one console, so they're going to be
Yeah,
taking sides. They're going to be fanboys, justifying their own purchases. Um,
yeah,
you
definitely.
can't go wrong with either one, though. Honestly, if you had just a PlayStation 4, I would be perfectly happy with that. You would have Call of Duty, Battlefield, all the big games, Uncharted later on, and
Really, the only difference between each console now, you'll get all the main games. You get Call of Duty, Battlefield, no problem on either console. The only difference is what exclusives you prefer. I mean, PS4, you'll get like the Uncharted series, Killzone, that type of stuff. With the Xbox, you'll get Halo. You'll get all kinds of exclusives. I can't name off all of them because I'm not a huge exclusive person
yeah.
myself. I think Dead Rising's an exclusive as well. So,
Uh,
and Forza, obviously.
mhm. So
But
yeah, I
yeah,
agree. It really is. The graphics are pretty much the same. You know, I prefer Xbox Live over PlayStation Network. That's a huge thing for me.
yeah,
Although
definitely.
to be fair, PlayStation Network is catching up in terms of like features. You know, finally crossed game chat and a better unified friends list and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
But in
Um,
but there's still
yeah,
some things that are kind of lacking.
yeah. I mean, and that's on both consoles. Xbox One, there's some things with its party systems that I still don't get. It's pretty annoying sometimes trying to get into a game with your friends. But I mean, all this stuff now with how we have everything linked into the internet can all be patched, can all be fixed. And these companies are really listening to us as a community. So
Yeah, like the things with the friends list and all that I have a lot of gripes with, but I know it's worked on the 360, so they can get it working. It's just
yeah,
they probably just rushed the Xbox One out there just to get it out, and it's gonna take some time to tinker with it. But I'm not worried about that. I'll deal with the growing pains because honestly, when you get a console in the first couple of months it's launched, you kind
hmm
of you should expect some rough patches. So
hmm
you know it is what it is.
um, Another question, actually, we kind of jumped over. I don't know if it loaded on yours or not. Have you ever had Vermont maple syrup? Uh, I can answer that. Yes. I live in Maine. We're not that far away. So yeah, it's really not a big surprise here.
I never
What
had
about
it.
you,
I
Rich?
honestly, I'm not a big fan of maple syrup to begin with. So it's
Yeah, it's really sweet.
I don't like maple syrup. I don't even like pancakes or waffles. Like I'm not a breakfast person unless it's eggs or like a bagel.
Beer.
Or yeah, beer and a bagel.
All
Empire Craft
right.
asks Call of Duty goes to Battlefield 4.
Ooh, that's a rough one. To be honest, lately, Battlefield 4.
Yeah, and I never thought I would say that because I've always I don't know Battlefield kind of pissed me off all the time, but
I got Rich into it though, because I kind of like helped him get into it
no, but
a little
I
bit.
bought it. It's funny because I originally bought it on the PlayStation 4, and I
Hmm.
started playing it, and I didn't think I was gonna like it, but I actually did like it. And once a couple of friends and Matt got Battlefield 4 on the Xbox One, I got a second copy with the Xbox One, and I really really like it. It's different though. Like if I'm in the mood to just like running gun and just not pay
Call of
attention to
Duty.
Call of Duty, but like if
Yeah.
I'm in the zone and I want to be like tactical and use vehicles, obviously Battlefield 4. And I think overall I kind of like Battlefield 4 better. It's more
Yeah.
immersive, like the sound effects, the destructible
Yeah, definitely.
environments.
You love the
Oh
destructible
my god, dude!
environments. And me and him were talking. That is how Call of Duty presented their destructible environments to be, but they only turned out to be like certain spots you could blow something up.
It's like pre-scripted destructible environments. It's not like
Yeah.
a tank comes rolling by and they blow out the wall in front of you, and now you have no cover, so you got to go running. So that adds a lot of different elements of gameplay that you don't
Yeah,
see.
especially the other day I was playing and I blew up this house and you see all the people like jump off the roof and the whole house. It's great because it's like none of like in Call of Duty there's that Octane map, you know, the one that's like kind of in the desert or whatever, and it's like gas station. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And if you notice, all the walls that are able to blow up, they all have the Call of Duty Ghost like logo spray painted on it in black. That's a symbol of being able to like blow it up.
Yeah.
So
So
it's kind of stupid.
next question, which is actually a really interesting question. Okay, this is by Gareth Bolton. He asked, should he get a fully spec'd out PC with an iMac or a fully loaded Mac Pro?
Uh, Mac Pro. Personally, I'd say Mac Pro if you're gonna get both because you can run Boot Camp,
Right. Now,
and if it's fully spec'd, you're gonna put so much money on that on the specs, so you'll be able to handle it.
right. I would agree. I think the Mac Pro is the way to go with in that situation. Again, you can run boot camp. Um, I just don't see the need for two computers. Like I have an iMac, and I've considered like a really good iMac, and I've considered building a gaming PC just because it's been a while since I built a computer, and it's fun to do. But I can't warrant it because like, what am I going to use that second computer for? I like OS X. I don't like Windows 7, or especially Windows 8. So what would I really use it for? Gaming? I have three consoles. I have a Mac that can play games.
You're not
So
really a PC gamer anyway. I mean,
right, it would just really be to for the fun of building a computer. But
yeah,
I mean, if you have a need for two computers, maybe like one could be your gaming computer, one can be your video editing computer. But even then, like, just get a fully maxed out Mac Pro and you're good to go. You know.
yeah.
But
All right.
Vidi asks,
Next,
oh, I'm sorry, just
favorite iced tea brand.
iced tea brand, Snapple.
I like Arizona.
Ugh. It's too
No,
sweet,
dude.
dude. It's like it gives me like a sore throat kind of. It's so sweet, you know.
Actually, I have to change that. For my favorite, just regular plain iced tea, I like there's this one at my school. I think it's Nestle.
Nestle.
Yeah, it's from Nestle. It's one of those. But I mean, I do like the Snapples though. Some of them. Like there's ones that are like diet Snapples. Those are gross. But the regular Snapples are good.
Yeah. It's
Like it's kind of a give or take on the flavor. Like peach tea, I think that stuff's kind of gross.
yeah. I think overall, Snap. You can't go wrong with Snapple. The most
Yeah, I mean, if they have it, I'll take
yeah.
it.
So Ed Klein
Yeah,
asked a pretty interesting question.
yeah. I don't have a preference.
What's your favorite condom?
I've had no
That's
use
I
for
have no
it.
use for it.
Yeah.
That's a pretty funny question.
Hi, funny guy.
Let me see.
Rich, do you have the favorite PlayStation camera,
No, I
or do you
don't.
have the PlayStation camera?
I thought about getting it for Christmas, asking for it for Christmas, but there's really no use for it.
Nah.
The only
Dude, that's just another cable going up behind your TV.
the only reason I wanted it was because if you do the Twitch stream, you could have the camera pointing at you and add your webcam, and that would be kind of
But
cool. But how often am I going to do that?
but then you saw the huge border around in the stream, and you're like, nah.
It's so annoying to play a game with that huge border around. I wish it was
Yeah.
like an overlay, like we talked about the other day. Like the chat would be an overlay on top of the screen, not like indent all the way in. And take up real estate. There's a lot of black on it. It's so annoying. But yeah, and not just it takes up a USB port that you have to. The USB ports on the PlayStation 4 are on the front. I wish they had. Oh wait, I think there is actually one on the back for the camera. I don't remember. I haven't looked into it. But I
Yeah.
know with the PlayStation 3, you had to put the wire in the front. It looked ugly in like an entertainment center. You know.
Yep. Um. So this isn't really a question, but X Infinity says, "I love people who have an Xbox and don't use headphones." I think we all have done that at one point. Just got into a game and started talking, and then you realize that you're talking in-game chat. But you can actually, Rich and I actually turned that off using the Connect as chat. So
Yeah, because the Connect microphone is crap. I mean, no. Um, we when we play, we only use Skype. Like we're on
yeah,
a Skype call. And that's it.
yep,
But I do notice a lot of people don't use the microphones anymore, as opposed to early on with the 360, where everyone used the microphone.
yeah. I mean, now that everyone has a Connect, they just don't see it. Like it's like, oh, you can't use the thing. Oh, you only have a Connect. It's like, yeah, you have a Connect too, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I don't know. I think it's just laziness.
um,
uh,
I saw a question.
PS4 should get Resistance and Gran Turismo, and yes, I guarantee those are both going to come out on the PS4
I'm
sometime.
kind of surprised Gran Turismo 6 wasn't on the PlayStation 4. I mean, they're a first-party developer. They should have known there was a new console coming out.
Not that I really care because it sucks.
It's like it's like if Forza 5 was only on 360. That would be so stupid, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then
That would pretty much be horrible.
I saw someone ask somewhere. I forget who. I think it was Gareth Bolton, but it could have been Viddy. They asked what was our favorite 360 games. Oh, it is Viddy. What are your favorite games on the Xbox One right now?
Oh, on Xbox One, I'm gonna go with Dead Rising and Battlefield 4.
Interesting.
What are yours, Rich?
Definitely Battlefield 4. I would have to go with Call of Duty also. I want to say Forza. I really, really do, but I don't know. There's something about it. I haven't played Forza since Forza 2, and I don't know. I really didn't know what to expect. I was hoping it would be a good experience, but
You're a PGR type
I
person.
am a more not arcade, not like a Need for Speed, but like somewhere in the middle.
Yeah,
And Forza's a little too much simulation for me.
yeah, definitely. I like it. I think it's because I grew up on like Gran Turismo,
Oh,
and then I went to Forza, and I liked the mix. Because Gran Turismo is literally 100% simulation.
yeah.
Um,
I-
I don't like Gran Turismo. It's boring.
It is. It's incredibly boring. At least with Forza, there's sliders and assists that you could turn on and off, and you could really adjust to your gameplay. I mean, if you're
Yeah,
really a noob, it could break for you, and that's kind of stupid. But
and steer for you and
yeah,
everything. Next question. What's your favorite Minecraft server? Oh, this is a hard one. I don't know. I I know Rich doesn't play Minecraft a lot, if at all anymore. But I think mine right now would have to be Delta. I mean, not Delta Craft. What are you talking about, son? Um, Empire Craft. I was just talking about Delta Craft earlier today, so that's why that popped in mind.
It's funny because I actually, when I was playing Minecraft for a little time, I actually ran my own server on this. Well, that's just the TV, but around here I have Mac Pro, and I was running it on there, and it went really well, you know. But
Yep.
there's only so much you could play. I mean, unless you have a grand scheme of what you're gonna build, it's kind of like, okay, I built a house, I built a little city. What else am I gonna do?
Yeah, that wasn't a little city. We literally built probably a good portion of New York.
Yeah, I built like the bridge and all these skyscrapers and shit.
Suburbs,
Yeah. And
McDonald's.
Klein has some interesting questions. I
Yeah.
mean, ask us anything, but okay. Earliest gaming moment by Gareth Bolton. Go.
Earliest gaming moment. It's gonna be either Tomb Raider on the PS1 with my dad, or Alone in the Dark on the PC with my dad.
Wow.
The original one, of course.
Right. So mine, I remember this vividly. Okay, I was 5 years old. I don't have many memories of when I was 5, but I think this is a huge one because like it's instilled with me. I remember my parents going out and getting an NES console at Toys R Us. Now it wasn't for me. I mean, it was for themselves. So they hooked it up. They played it. It came with the Super Mario Brothers game and the Dunk Hunt with the gun shooting thing. And I remember watching them play, and then they handed me the controller, and I've been a gamer ever since. So
And did they actually like play it like a lot?
I don't want to say a lot, but I feel like I don't know. I don't remember. Maybe they did get it for me, but I remember them playing first.
I could see you like going over your dad's house and he's like playing the original console still. Like you're like, there's an upgrade to this, and he's like, what's it called? The Wii U.
It's called Super Mario Galaxy. So, but like if I have when I have kids, I feel like it's gonna be the exact same way. Like a new console will come out, and I'll buy it for myself, and like maybe I'll buy a second one for him, so like he doesn't disturb me playing. But
It's like, get the
I have to have my own console. I'm sorry. Even if I had a sibling, I would have to have my own console. I'm an only child, so I didn't have to deal with that shit. So
Next question. Okay.
Domfire says Macs are awesome. I agree.
Yeah. Mine's taking a while to update here.
Steve says I'm all about forts and simulation. I know you're about simulation because you're a hardcore car dude, so that's right up your alley.
And Troy Bradshaw, which actually came here from Steven. You guys know anything about the iPhone 6? I don't, personally.
I'm hearing about the different screen sizes. I mean, those are the real big rumors.
Yeah, bigger.
There's supposed to be like a 5.5 inch and a 4.5 inch, I think, or
Yeah.
no. It was supposed to be 5.5 and a 6.5 inch.
Yeah, like huge phones.
Yeah, which I mean, 5.5 is like Note
Perfect.
3 right here, and I would like that.
Yeah.
You know, 6.5 inch. That's like
Too big. That's like Nexus 7.
that's half an inch smaller than an iPad Mini.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I mean, I'd go for the 6.5.
Yeah, the 5.5. You mean
5.5, sorry. That's what I meant. That's what I meant. Yeah, personally, that'd be good. Because I'm actually planning on getting it this upcoming year. I'm still going here. I gotta refresh. 1 second. Oh, wait, I see one. Why did the chicken cross the road?
To get some beer.
To get to the other side. That's my question. That's my answer.
Oh.
Come on, Rich. Be logical.
X Infinity asks, have I tried my Blue Yeti mic on my Xbox One? He says the Blue Yeti works on the PS3. I haven't tried it. I don't think it would work though. So, I don't know. It's worth a shot. I guess I'll try it and I'll let you know what I find. But I don't think it's gonna work.
X Infinity says, Rich, you should bump your mic up a bit.
Yeah, I just did that now. I don't know if it's any better. I think it's still kind of low though.
Domfire says, Maxer. I need to refresh. Hang on.
Is this any better, guys? Okay. I think my audio level's a little better now.
All right. I'm not even gonna read Enklein's questions anymore.
Okay,
Nor
guys, let's be mature.
Domfire. Just like that.
Interesting questions.
All right, and Matt, Rich and Matt, do you guys drink coffee? If so, what brand do you prefer, and how often do you drink it? Rich?
I do drink coffee. I have a Keurig machine, and I usually either just like Green Mountain Coffee or Starbucks K cups because I can get those from work for free. So nothing beats free. I'm not too picky about my coffee. If I do go buy coffee, I'll go to Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know if there's any Dunkin' Donuts in Canada, but it's good.
I think they're focused on Tim
Yeah,
Hortons.
Tim Hortons. Yeah. Um,
So,
I've never had Tim Hortons, even though there are some locations in Manhattan. I know their donuts are awesome. I've had their donuts before, but never their coffee.
personally, I do drink coffee. Not a lot of people know this, but I actually take a class half the day where I'm actually in a kitchen all day, and or half of that all day. Okay. Anyway, so I drink coffee in the morning, and there's actually a local brewer that we get the coffee from, and it's really good. I just have regular blend. It's not anything special. So
Yeah.
yeah,
If you have flavored, what do you normally have though? Like I like hazelnut, vanilla, French vanilla,
I like hazelnut.
hazelnut. I like a lot of people don't like hazelnut for some reason. I don't know. I like it.
Um,
Vidi
yeah, it's not bad.
Vidi asked, "Do you like your Note 3?" Referring to me, and then he said, "Remember that the iPad Mini is 7.9 inches, not 7 inches." Thanks for reminding me. I always forget that because they always refer to it as a 7-inch screen, just like the iPad Air, iPad whatever is 10.7 inch something. No, 9.7 inch. But they refer to it as a 10-inch screen, so I forget. I have a headache right now. I can't think straight. But do I like my Note 3? I do like my Note 3, actually. It's really speedy. I like the size, and I have a little thin case on it, so it doesn't have too much bulk. But the camera's really good. This isn't... I think it records in 4K. I haven't done it too much, but... And obviously, I can't view it in 4K because I have a 4K monitor. But, yeah, it's super speedy. I have no complaints whatsoever. If I were to have an Android phone be my primary phone, this would be it. But
Yeah. Next question. Oh, Vidi found the iced tea I was talking about. It's called Nestea. Yes, that's right.
there you go.
I think it's owned by Nestle. I think because of the similarity.
Mm-hmm.
Gareth Bolton asks, "What internet speeds do you get on average?" Rich, you can share that.
All right. So let me actually get my internet speed thing that I just did. So I recently upgraded my internet. I have FiOS, Verizon FiOS, and it's pretty beastly. Not gonna lie, but
Yeah.
I think I had to do it up a little bit because like, hold on, I'm sorry. Save image. 'Cause I don't want to just tell you guys. That would be boring, wouldn't it? Add
Yeah.
picture.
I can get you a link to
I got
show
it,
as well. I mean, for mine.
Oh, you got.
See the downgrade. Dun, 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 dun.
Sorry for all the suspense.
Dun, 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 dun.
Here we go. All right. Boom. So that is my internet speed. You got to send it to the other one, the other account, by the way. So yeah, 150 down, and I should be getting 65 upload, but I can't complain. This shit is a beast of an internet connection.
Mine's all right. Seeing that the server always I don't know why it uses a server such far away. Like the servers near me suck. So I have to use Boston's server.
Boston.
Well, I mean, you're right next to your server.
Yeah, but also during peak times it really messes up the speed because it's always congested and stuff. So, and this is Matt's internet speed right here.
It's not as great, but I mean it's not bad.
Yeah, that's about average for most people. They got 20 down and 5 up, so that's a pretty standard connection. So that's that. Sorry that took so long. That was kind of stupid. I should have just said it, but whatever. Trying to be a little more dramatic.
Okay.
So Vidi asked, PlayStation Vita or 3DS?
Um, Damn, that's a hard one because I don't want either. PS Vita.
So for me, in terms of hardware, I would prefer the Vita. But for games, I would prefer the 3DS because it has typical Nintendo Mario games, stuff like that. And the Vita doesn't
Yeah,
really have a good selection of games. That's its big downfall. That's why it's not doing so well.
yeah.
But pure hardware, it has the OLED screen. Well, not the new one, but the original one had the nice OLED screen, the touch thing in the back, and the dual analog thing. So it's really,
There's a new one.
yeah. They made a cheaper version now that
Oh, I haven't even looked,
it
dude.
just has an LED screen, not the OLED, so the screen isn't as good. But I
Hmm.
think it's like 129 or something like that, or 150, something like that.
So it's basically even with the 3DS.
Right. That's why they made it a little cheaper. Um,
Inclined has a actual question
yeah, I
now.
saw that.
Which do you think is more flexible, Windows or Mac? And options meaning as upgrades. Like which one has more options with
I'm not sure what he means in terms of options.
upgrades?
Upgrades like what though? Like hardware upgrades?
Yeah, I think hardware upgrades.
Well, obviously, a Windows platform would be better because you could just pick any component and put it in, and you're good to
Yeah,
go. Mac, if you do a Hackintosh, even you have I don't know.
very. It's pretty limited now.
Yeah, but if you're talking about software, then it would have to be OS X because you could run Windows through Boot Camp, through Parallels, through VMware Fusion. If you're on Windows, you don't have an option to run Mac at all. Not Mac,
Yeah,
OS X. So
I'm sure there's ways, but I'm sure it's very complicated as well. So
yeah, well, I guess it would be the same thing as doing a Hackintosh, just like partitioning your drive, one for Windows, one for Hackintosh.
yeah.
So, um,
Mark Little, Mark Littlejohn, do you watch Delta 249er? I do. I don't think Rich does,
no,
but
I don't. I never heard of him actually.
yeah, he's like a friend of ours.
Jennifer
Part of
Lopez or Selena Gomez?
what?
Isn't Selena Gomez like young? Isn't she like your age or something like that?
She's like 20
Oh, is
something.
she?
So don't worry, it's not a.
When I grew up,
It was like Justin Bieber's girlfriend.
oh, is she? When I grew up, Jennifer Lopez was like the one, but now
The
she's like
one?
old,
She's old and flabby.
old and floppy. How much do I pay for my internet per month? Well, I have a triple play package, so I don't really just pay for my internet straight up. So I don't know how much it would be by itself, but it's expensive. Like with the whole cable and phone, it's expensive. Let's just leave it at that.
Yeah.
It's funny though, like when they had to come to my house to set up a special hardware box outside my house, because they needed the extra hardware to handle the higher speeds. And the guys that came in to do the installation, the cable guys for FiOS, they were like, "Yeah, we usually do these setups for businesses. What do you need all this speed for?" I'm like, I just wanted it. I work from home,
Yep.
not quite a bit, but once in a while, and it's good to have reliability, I guess. But it's also good to just be able to have it at your disposal.
Domfire asks, "What is your favorite older console?" So I'm guessing prior to this generation.
Well, I would say prior to the 360, just to be fair.
All right.
What about you?
GameCube.
GameCube, really?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I had a lot of good games for that. Like I had all the Mario parties and Super Smash Bros. And I had Time Splitters
I
too.
remember
That game was awesome. Mario Baseball.
that.
That was a sick game.
So mine would be the Xbox
Yeah.
original because it started the whole
Oh,
online.
he's talking 90s consoles.
Oh, okay. Well, I was gonna go on the whole thing and you interrupted me. So,
Fine, PS1 for me.
I guess Nintendo 64. I was never a PlayStation 1 person. That's the only console I never owned, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
I've owned Sega, not Sega Saturn either, but like Sega Dreamcast. I've owned every console except for the PlayStation 1.
PlayStation 1, my favorite memories were Tomb Raider, Crash Bandicoot, and there was this other one. It was like Spec Ops. It's kind of like prelude to Call of Duty because at the time PlayStation never really had a good FPS until Call of Duty 1 came out for the PS2.
There was one. It was called Red Faction. It was like the first person shooter on the PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Remember that game?
Yeah.
It had destructible environments also. Like you could dig holes all the way down to the bottom of the map. It was crazy. Like if you kept shooting a rocket, it'd keep digging a hole.
Yeah, they had Medal of Honor. That was of course for PlayStation 2. That was like very early on,
Yeah.
and GameCube, and really Call of Duty was actually made as codename Medal of Honor Killer. So
Ah,
because actually one of the lead designers from Medal of Honor got fired, went to go making his own FPS.
interesting. I actually
So
didn't know that because I remember
yeah.
Medal of Honor Allied Assault was like my favorite first person shooter on the computer for the longest. It was a lot of fun
Hmm.
online, and then Call of Duty came, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah. I had Medal of Honor something. I don't know. I don't think it was the Salt one, but it was like D-Day and stuff was like the first mission.
Right.
And I had that for the GameCube, and that was awesome. And yeah.
But as I was gonna say, the Xbox original because let me just talk about that until we get a couple of questions. Um, it started the whole online thing, Xbox Live, and I was actually an Xbox Live beta member. Now, Xbox Live came out in November of 2002. I was in the beta when it started in August of 2002, and that was awesome
Hmm.
because I had my first choice at the gamer tag. My original gamer tag was NYY, and it got banned somehow. It wasn't even that I did anything stupid; it just got banned somehow. But
Oh.
prior to Xbox Live, I don't know. I don't know if you remember. There was a thing called XB Connect.
I
You
don't.
know,
I only use Xbox for single player games. That was actually my childhood console before I got the GameCube. I don't really remember playing online.
well, XB Connect, what it did prior to Xbox Live was that you know how System Link worked on
Yeah.
so it would trick the console into thinking it was on System Link, but the other consoles would be over the internet, and
Hmm.
you would have a switch, and then on one side of the switch would be your Xbox, and the other side would be your computer running the XB Connect software, and the software
Uh-huh.
would do the whole System Link over the internet, and it was awesome because you could have four like on Halo, you could have three other consoles, four including your own, and you could play with other people online. And me and
Hmm.
my friend would do that, and there was obviously no voice chat. So what we would do was call each other on landline phones because cell phones were still expensive, and we would have our own little voice chat and play, and it was so much fun. I mean, and it was like a makeshift setup, but it was hours and hours of fun like that.
Yeah. I used to play this game called I don't remember what it was called. It was like a Australian thing. I always bring it up, and he has like a boomerang. Anyway, that thing was like the best game in the world for me.
On what system?
Xbox, the original one.
A boomerang. I don't remember.
Uh, I don't remember, to be honest.
Empire Craft brought up Metal Gear Solid. I was never into Metal Gear Solid, honestly.
I played the original one on PS1 a little bit. That was my dad's game. I used to watch him play that.
I couldn't. I don't know. I just never got into that.
My dad actually got that from like Japan, because he was stationed in Japan
Hmm.
in the Navy. So he would have all these Japanese things. Like I actually have I'll bring it over one second. Actually, I'll show it because we don't have a lot of questions right now.
All right.
We're
So
back.
Dom asks, besides Matt, what is your favorite older Nintendo console and why? Fan being me. Yeah, the Nintendo 64. That was my favorite console, the first 3D console, and I remember playing Mario 64 with the 3D controls, and it was like a whole new experience. So definitely that.
All right, so this is what I brought over to show you guys. Hang on, I just want to bring up my
And if
camera.
you check on my channel, I actually did unboxings for the Super Nintendo, the N64, the GameCube, and the original Xbox because I bought them all on eBay a couple of weeks ago, and I talked
Yeah.
about what I liked about them and stuff like that. So check it out; it's pretty cool. I thought pretty good series.
All right, so this is what I have. Hang on, I'm gonna take the
And Klein, what did you ask?
paper cut.
He said we skipped his question. Oh
No, and then he said it's fine.
no, he said, "Do you prefer Intel or AMD?"
Oh, I'd go with Intel.
Me too. When
AMD is more budget.
I first built my computer back in 2003, I got AMD because it was the better value. It was for the same price, you were getting more for your dollar with AMD. Now,
Yeah.
I would not even touch AMD. Intel
Yeah.
by leaps.
All right, so this is what I have to show you guys from Japan. It's actually a Generation 1 Pokemon. It's like a Where's Waldo? You ever do one of those?
Yeah,
books?
yeah.
So it's a Pokemon find book, I guess that's what they call them. And it actually has 1 through 147, because that was all that they had for Pokemon at the time. 147 Pokemon. And it's all in Japanese.
Interesting.
It's really cool, actually. It's full art inside, full color.
So is that like a collector's item?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. I guarantee it's probably worth some sort of money, but it's all like hand-drawn Pokemon all just scattered around the thing, and you have to find the 3 missing ones or whatever in the bottom.
Where did you get that?
My dad brought it home from Japan.
Interesting.
So it's actually really cool because it's all like the old style. I don't know if you remember. Did you ever do like get into Pokemon or whatever?
No, that was slightly before my time.
Yeah, like the you're probably like just what, like 10 or something.
I was like 12 when it got really big, and I was like, I can't get into it.
Yeah. Anyway, the old versions of like the Pokemon cards, they're all like hand painted looking. Like you can see here, it all looks kind of like hand painted. It's all really cool.
Yeah,
Something cool to look at. It was sold for 900 yen.
That's like
which is
$9 about something like that.
I think it's about that. Yeah, because I think 1 yen. It might not even. I think it might be like even cheaper than that.
It's about 100 yen for $1, something like that.
Yeah.
Haven't had any Lamborghini or Ferrari.
Who has that?
That was Steve. Yeah.
Really depends. I like the newer Lamborghinis.
I always liked Ferrari over Lamborghini until the Aventador. Like the Aventador was so fucking sick. I don't know.
Yeah.
That kind of swayed me to the other side.
Like the Lamborghini Diablo, like the mid 80s. Those are just ugly.
Yeah.
But
even the Murcielago, and I don't know. They were okay looking, but
yeah.
now...
Have you seen the new Lamborghini Huracans?
Huracans?
Have you seen that? Yeah, look it up.
How do you spell it? H-U?
It's like hurricane without Huracan.
Oh yeah, Huracan. I think I've seen this actually.
I like that. That thing looks nice.
Oh yeah, that is very nice. It looks kind of like an Aventador, but kind of scaled back.
Yeah.
I like that backside though. It's nice. That's what she said.
Vinny asked, were you ever a Pokemon person? I kind of was. Like, when I was a kid, I didn't really understand it, but then I got into Yu-Gi-Oh! For a while. And then, yeah, a Japanese yen is really cheap. It's literally 1/10 of a cent.
Yeah, about one.
So it was 90 cents.
Yeah, close.
The book was 90 cents.
Wow. So Vidi asked, "Are you gonna play Max: The Curse of the Brotherhood?" I'm not even sure what that is, to be honest with you.
I think that's the add-on. That's an add-on to Dead Rising 3, if I'm correct. Oh no, it's a. Sorry, I was completely wrong. It's a 2.5 dimension
platform
side-scrolling platformer for the Xbox One.
Oh.
I might try it out.
Is it out yet?
I don't believe it is.
If it gets good reviews, I might check it out. I'm guessing it's probably a what do you call it? Arcade game, because it's on the 360 and Xbox One, and it looks like it would be that type of game. So I don't know. Like what's that other game? The Halo Spartan Assault game. That
Yeah, that was kind of like just a placeholder for a Halo
yeah,
game.
I might check that out because I heard it has pretty good co-op.
Yeah, yeah.
So
And it's not too expensive, so
yeah, what was it 10?
maybe we'll get it and do a series on it or something.
Yeah, was it like $10?
I think so. 10 or 15 bucks.
Can't go wrong for
No.
a solid co-op game.
Yeah.
If you went to an island and could never leave, but you could take 5 things, what would you take? Oh, one of these questions.
Uh,
Hmm.
I'd take a dog,
Dog. What the hell are you gonna do with the dog?
like a baby dog.
Eat it?
Like, no,
No,
no.
I'm just joking.
Hey, I gotta make my list. Okay, I'd take a baby dog. I'd also take, obviously, a food or like a purification system for water. I mean, that's kind of a necessity.
Yeah.
Or you can make one out of like saran wrap if you have that. I'd also bring some sort of entertainment that could go
A
wrong.
yo-yo.
But hey, a yo-yo. This is fun. All right. So what's that? 3?
Yeah.
I'd probably bring some knowledge in my brain to yeah, I mean, Empire Craft just said say girls. And I said entertainment. Probably some knowledge on like survival skills, I guess, and probably a multi-tool.
So my take on this is, I would not want to live on a stranded island. So I would take like stuff to have a freaking party, and then if I die, I die. So I would take like a sound system, strobe lights,
generator
to last like maybe a day or whatever. Stuff to have fun with, maybe beer or whatever.
Acid.
Yeah, sure. Ecstasy,
Just
pop Molly.
overdose.
But
Pop Molly, I'm dying.
yeah, stuff like that. Maybe the Xbox and a TV with the generator and some DJ equipment, and I'll be set. I'll have my fun for a couple of days, and I'll die. That's it. I don't want to be on a stranded island.
Inclined asked if we're gonna talk cars, Chevy, Ford, or Dodge. Truck wise, I'd go with Ford.
That's a tough one.
I know you're not because you're not in like a rural area.
Yeah.
So you don't see guys driving around with lifted trucks every day. But that's kind of a thing for me around here. Like kids in my school, they all have lifted trucks, and
Yeah.
we have a Bronco. We actually have 2 Fords. We have an older 2-door Bronco lifted, and then we have a Ford Galaxy 500. So I'm going with Ford.
I've always liked how the Dodge Ram looked. I don't know.
Yeah, that's more of like a city thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of like something that you drive around with the Oakleys.
Yeah. I don't like the Chevy trucks that much. I mean, Ford or Dodge maybe.
Yeah. Let's see. You guys should watch the British version of Sherlock. It's a definite experience of Sherlock.
Interesting.
Thanks for that piece of information.
So, did you mention when you're going to get your desk to them?
Oh yeah. Not this weekend, but the weekend after.
So we might do a live stream of him building the desk, and we'll talk and just have a hangout or something like that.
Yeah, it will be a couple hours. So.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be cool.
Pretty much, you can just keep popping in and out, see the progress.
If it's anything like how I built my desk, he's gonna be cursing up a storm. So it'll be interesting because mine was so frustrating to build.
I'm actually gonna ask you, Rich, now on camera because I forgot to ask you. I was wondering if you could do like so you could take the video, like speed it up like 1,000%. So it's like 4 minutes long total. And like send me the clip.
It should be possible.
All right. Because you have more space than I do
Yeah.
to hold a 6-hour long video.
No, it's definitely possible. The only thing is I was planning on doing like this kind of setup, but obviously more with your camera.
Yeah.
And mine maybe on the side. But
well,
we'll see.
yeah. I mean for the thing, but if you're able to.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll work it out. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
Let me see if there's
Definitely.
anything else.
Yeah, actually, there's a bunch of things. Okay. I would Domfire would say I would take the hottest celeb so they would be forced to have sex with me.
Exactly. See,
Okay.
something like that. You know?
Just go all
Yeah,
out.
exactly. YOLO.
All
Literally
right.
YOLO.
Empire Craft says Dodge sucks.
Steve asked if you could change something about your home without worry about expense or mess, what would you do?
Well, it's not my home.
Well, let's say it was your house.
If it was my
What
house,
would you change?
I'd knock out all the walls down here, make it my own like man cave. Like literally, I would make it so like it looks like walls made out of stone, and have like actual cave.
Yeah, that would be sick.
Like how sick would that be?
Yeah. For me, I wish my office was bigger, so I wish I could knock this wall out and extend it into the bedroom and maybe move the bedroom somewhere else. I don't know. We'll find someplace else to put it. But like, if I could have that whole room extended to here, that would be an epic fucking office setup.
Yep. And Klein says 1, a condo, 2, Kim Kardashian, 3, a Lambo, 4, helicopter, 5, lifetime supply of Klondike bars. That's who you bring for the island.
That sounds
Okay.
about right.
I didn't realize that we could put a whole like house on the list, like a condo. Come on.
Yeah.
Um,
Gareth asked if you had the chance of relive one moment in your life, what would you relive? Huh.
well, and we're gonna have to get back to you on that one next week. No, just kidding.
Well,
Uh,
I can't think of.
I can't. Your wedding, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, if I had.
Maybe your trip to Cabo.
Yeah, either one of those, because that was like an epic 2 weeks for me.
I haven't really had anything epic happen yet. So.
Yeah, well, you're 16, so you have a lot to still live for. But like, I know Steve obviously was there, and he has footage, and he can tell you firsthand. My wedding was. I don't want to.
Yeah, you can go. You can go watch it.
I don't want to boost my own ego, but I thought it was pretty freaking amazing, and I thought my honeymoon was awesome too. Had a lot of fun in Mexico, so yeah. If I could do that once a year, once a decade even, I would be a very happy person.
If you could change. Oh wait. Steven asked. Help! Steven didn't ask anything.
Movie Endgame of 2013 by Vidi.
By Vidi.
Yeah.
Movie.
I would.
It's a hard.
I would have to say The Hobbit.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The Hobbit, Desolation of Smaug.
It should have been Superman, but I was very disappointed with Superman, and I think a lot of people were. So
I don't know. I heard a lot of people said that it was awesome.
no, it was good. Don't get me wrong, but like, I was so hyped for it, and everyone else was so hyped for it that it didn't live up to it. It was kind of slow. The end was awesome. Like the end battle was freaking amazing, but
they always do that with Superman movies. It's like middle boring. The end is just one big fight scene, then it's over.
yeah. And Pacific Rim was awesome too. That would be probably my runner-up. Pacific Rim was really, really fun.
Pacific Rim was pretty cool. It's kind of like a Power Ranger Godzilla mashup.
Exactly. And I grew up with Power Rangers, so I was like,
I'm actually excited for the new Godzilla.
yeah, that will I don't want to hype it up too much like Superman, but that's gonna be my most anticipated one for 2014. So.
And the next Hobbit, because we all know they're just gonna release it next year.
And Klein said, "Don't screw this up, Rich. Say your wedding." I actually forgot. Not gonna lie, I was thinking like when I was younger, I was trying to think of something more in the past. That's why it didn't really pop up to me. But
and then we need to think of our best game.
There weren't
That's hard.
too many. I mean, I would have to say probably Grand Theft Auto 5.
Grand Theft Auto was definitely my most anticipated game. It was a pretty bad fail.
It wasn't a fail. It's just that it was on the old system. So like right now,
and it was a fail for a while at the beginning. It was okay for a couple months. It failed again until present still fails.
It just amazes me that they still haven't included bank heists into the system online. You know?
Yeah, I know.
And it's been out.
It's been out for months.
What? 3 months?
4 months, yeah.
I mean,
This is the fourth month of it. The 15th of October was
that
released.
shit should have been out by launch, okay? I mean,
Yeah, because they were promising that at launch.
when are they going to release it then? A year from now? I mean, come on.
No one's going to be playing this
Yeah.
game by a year from now.
Everyone's going to be playing Xbox One and PlayStation 4. Vidi says, I love Man of Steel. What did you not like about it? The tech is great. At least it's not... I loved the special effects. I loved everything. It was just like, I don't know. In the beginning and the middle was kind of... I don't know. Wasn't enough action.
Yeah.
It was too much dilly-dallying. If you had the chance to be a top person in Sony or Microsoft, which would you choose?
Microsoft.
Yeah. That's only because I prefer the Xbox One. I mean...
Microsoft is going to... They're owning so many things right now. They own Skype. They own Xbox brands. They own Windows.
I don't know. Maybe Sony. I mean, if you had to take aside just the video game the division and just Sony in general or Microsoft in general, maybe Sony, because they have a lot going on. They have movies. They have all these technologies. You know, Microsoft is...
Yeah, if you took away video games.
Right. I don't know. Windows is kind of like...
Yeah, but when Sony doesn't even have an OS.
That's fine. They have TVs. 4K TVs. This is going to be a very tired question, Steven says, but you have to do it. Grab the book nearest to you, turn to page 18, and find line 4. Oh, boy.
Oh, Jesus.
This could be disastrous.
I gotta find a book. Oh, no. No! Nearest book. Check this out. This is gonna be horrible.
So I got this for Christmas. So let's see. Page 18, line 4.
Was that Cars?
Yeah.
Line 4. On line AB in a given plane, choose any point 0 between A and B. Consider line 0A and 0B and all the rays that can be drawn from 0 to one side of AB.
So
these rays can, wait, I'm not done.
Yet, my bad.
These rays can be paired with the real numbers from 0 to 180 in such a way that colon. That was line 4 from page 18 in this geometry book.
So this is page 18. It's the Corvette Z06. And it says, there's plenty to keep all that power and torque in check, but the Corvette can be driven in reasonably sedate fashion too. There you go. I will be my lease is up, and this book will be helping me decide my next car, by the way.
Oh, I thought we were already getting the RS7 Sportback.
Oh, yeah. I love those type of questions. Those are very interesting. Favorite high school memory? Well, you're still in high school, so that's tough for you. Yeah. Kind of.
I don't really have anything that great right now.
Mine would be when I graduate. No, but I actually missed high school. I miss high school. I think I had a better time in high school than I did in college because I didn't go away to college.
Yeah, you went to the city.
I went to
city university.
Like a commuter school, and it's very different as opposed to going away and dorming and stuff. And I wasn't into that whole dorming stuff, so I don't regret ever going away. Not going away.
I'm gonna like, I want to bring my desk. No. Literally, I'm gonna have for college. If I go to culinary college, I'm gonna have no time.
Sucks for you.
Do anything. For 4 years, because the last 2 years of my college, I'm on a paid trip out of country.
So, not to not say anything. Did Vidi ask, did you guys ever play The Last of Us? And he also asked, what's your favorite classic movie?
I didn't play The Last of Us. I would like to, but I don't want to buy a PS3. So yeah. And favorite classic movie? What do you define classics by, Rich? We'll find a similarity for the definition.
Well, I'll tell you my favorite classic because this is the only one I hate older movies, so this is the only one that stands out. I didn't play The Last of Us, never got into that. But my favorite classic movie, The Godfather.
The Godfather?
The Godfather.
If it had to be a classic movie, hang on, let me just study my movie shelf. Mm-hmm.
Do 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 do
Mm-hmm.
do do do.
My favorite classic movie would either be tied between Titanic and Gangs of New York.
See, that's new classics. Like when I think of classics, I think of things older than the '80s. But for you, that's
Older than
like
80s?
no.
Ow.
But that's fine for you because you're so young. So
I mean,
Titanic. I think that you were born when that came out, just barely.
Yeah.
Steve asks, "What's your favorite number and why?"
favorite number?
Yeah.
16.
Why?
My birthday date.
Birthday date. Mine is I have two favorite numbers, but my first one is 24 because a couple of my favorite baseball players were number 24, and that's the number I used in all my sports, like when I played baseball and stuff like that. So 24.
24.
My other favorite number is number 2, obviously. I wonder who that could be.
I don't know.
Star Trek or Star Trek Into Darkness. So I guess you mean the first two new ones. Probably the.
Star Trek Into Darkness I have not made through. I have it for Blu-ray and I've yet to watch it all the way through.
I would say the first one. I don't. I have to go and rewatch it because I forgot. Like they're so similar, but I enjoyed both.
I
of
like
them.
the first one.
Yeah, the first one was awesome. The second one was good too.
It wasn't as the beginning and middle is very dry.
Yeah. Domfire asked, if you had a chance to go back in time and create a game that is out now, which game would you create? Huh.
I would create that's out now, so it can be any game that's been made, and I could go back in time and create it.
For me, it would be Halo, the original Halo.
Yeah, I was gonna say something like that.
That's an awesome game.
Although Call of Duty makes more revenue.
Well, you're talking about money.
What do you think the game industry is all about? It's all about money.
Obviously, but I was talking more in terms of. Well, I think.
I just found it. What? That's crazy. I just found a friggin' GameCube game on my movie shelf.
There you go. Do you even have a GameCube?
No.
Oh.
I don't know why I still have this. It is Beautiful Joe.
Beautiful Joe. Oh, I remember that game.
Red Hot Rumble. I think it's like, if I remember this game correctly, it's pretty much like Super Smash Brothers.
Kinda. It was a side-scrolling game, kind of like Mario, but there were a lot of different things to it. Most anticipated movie and game of 2014. So I mentioned Godzilla as my most anticipated movie.
Yeah.
Game.
I already
There's
know
a
mine.
couple of them. What would you say?
My game would be. Right now I'm drawing a blank on the name. Tom Clancy's
The
Division. Yeah. I think that would be my most anticipated game.
I have 4. And I'm
well, we asked for one.
No, I'm just gonna elaborate. I'm looking forward to 4. Watch Dogs, The Division, Titanfall. Wasn't it Titan? Is it Titanfall?
Yeah.
I have a headache. Titanfall and Destiny. Those are what I'm really looking forward to.
Those are pretty much all my anticipated games as
Yeah,
well.
those are huge games, and they're all like massive multiplayer. Like these
MMORPG.
Yeah, they're all very
FPS.
similar like that.
The Division is going to be awesome if it turns out as good as it looks.
Yeah, that and Watch Dogs.
Those are going to be awesome.
Yeah, they both seem very similar. Well, similar in nature, but not in story. Obviously,
They need to bring a good open world zombie game, not like Dead Rising, like a survival zombie game, kind of like DayZ. You ever see that?
Yeah. Well, it could be like Dead Rising, but more realistic. More
realistic, more survival, more
less cartoony.
realistic.
Like
Realistic, yeah.
Exactly. You don't put things together and make like a freaking lawnmower
Chainsaw.
that blows up Barbie dolls or some shit.
Or a party van that shoots confetti bombs.
Exactly. Yeah, that would be sick. Like if you actually had like, you can only go out during the day. You had to come back at night and stuff like that. Those type of.
What if they made like a Minecraft type thing where you had to build shelter? They have a Minecraft type game where you have to build your shelter and all that, but it's not really that great looking
Hmm.
on the PC. But if they brought something like that to the console that looked good, I would be all over it.
See, you know what I was thinking of? That movie I Am Legend.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm
Make
thinking.
that into a video game. That would be sick.
Like, I think that's how the Division's going to kind of be, but I think the Division still is a little OP on the player's side, you know? Like, I want it so that the players are, like, scrounging for materials. Like, you find a baseball bat in a house that's half of the baseball bat that's shattered. You can take that thing and use it as a blunt weapon or something.
Yeah.
Like, that would be
I'm
sick.
surprised they haven't. I guess maybe with these new consoles that they're able to make more bigger open worlds and stuff like that, have better UI. AI. Maybe we'll see something like that eventually. But
Dude, and I can't wait until they announce it the next Fallout or the next Skyrim.
yeah.
I'm going to be all over that,
Oh,
too.
we have a bunch of questions. Which is the better movie, Shawshank Redemption or The Godfather? I never saw Shawshank Redemption. I can't say it.
Shawshank Redemption is way better.
Really?
I say.
I never seen it. Let me see. New York, what do you play on the server? I'm not sure what that means.
Wait. Where do you see that?
MindTech00 asked, NY, what do you play on the server?
Oh, I think he's talking about your Minecraft server.
That was a long time ago. But he just mentioned that. I don't know. If you care
I
to
don't know.
elaborate, Rich, Note 3 or iPhone 5s? iPhone 5s, definitely, without a doubt, hands down. I prefer iOS, but
Let's see.
if you had to create a smartphone, what would it be called and what would you include in it?
Sorry, can you reread the question?
If you created a smartphone, oh shit, I lost it.
Okay, I see it.
What would it be called and what would you include in it?
What's that name of that phone where it's like just the screen size and it has like a grid on the back where you can put in all the different cubes? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, yeah, it's modular, right? It's like
Yeah, it's like really customized.
I forgot the name of it. I
customizable.
know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Like it's like a just an idea right now.
right. It's a
that they're throwing
total
around.
concept. Yeah.
If I were to have enough money and resources to push that, I definitely would.
So my ideal phone, I don't know what I would call it. I have a headache, as I mentioned. I can't think right now that much. But it would be something with a curved screen that you could actually maybe fold like that, you know, and you have a big screen. It would all be screen. It wouldn't be like no bezels. It'd be extra thin. No buttons. Everything's gesture.
It'd be cool if it was like a projection, like a glass screen, like they have in like Star Trek and everything. They're just carrying around like a see-through screen where they're just like
Minority
that'd be
Report
cool.
status, yeah. Something like that, you know, and then yeah, something like that. That would be really cool. And that I think just in general, just having a bezel-less device would be sick.
Yeah. What do you think of Project Spark?
Which one is that one?
I'm looking at it right now. Hang on. Oh, where you create the game and oh, I know what this is.
Oh,
it's like
is it like
that creative game.
Little Big Planet.
Yeah, but for like Xbox, I think.
Right. Yeah,
I actually am really interested in that because I like those type of games.
me too. I'm definitely looking forward to because I know Little Big Planet was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was my first game on the PS3, and that was like the best game out at the time.
If they could make it even more open world than that and have it be with more players, that would be awesome. Because it was still limited, Little Big Planet.
Yeah, but it was still a lot of fun because you could go like you could make like little jetpacks and all
Yeah.
that.
And then Vinny asked Project Ara, ARA. Never heard of that one.
I'll look that up too. Project ARA. Okay.
Oh, it's a phone.
Yeah, that's basically the phone.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, that's it.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Actually, that phone that I was talking about, they actually had a thing, and then Motorola bought the license for that idea off of them.
Which is now technically Google, so...
Project Ara. That's what they turned it into, and now it's like they basically just took the phone and made it look better. The idea of that phone, because now you're just sliding everything in to the body.
And then MyTech asked, "Do you guys game on the PC?" Not so much anymore. I mean, I have Steam on the Mac, and I have a couple of games like Left 4 Dead and stuff like that. And I used to play Diablo 3, StarCraft 2, and World of Warcraft, but not so much anymore.
Diablo 2, you mean?
No, 3, the new one.
You played the new
Yeah.
one? Oh.
And I used to be huge into Diablo 2. That was like my game back then.
I played that too. Cause like I had like an old, like Windows machine. Like it was just like a Dell working computer, and you could run it on that, no problem.
Yeah.
And I also play, if anything, I play Counter-Strike now, but I don't really play it anymore since I got the Xbox One.
Yeah, there's no reason to play Counter-Strike when you have Battlefield 4. Thank you.
And Call of Duty. All right. They are already making a new Elder Scrolls. It's called Elder Scrolls Online. Yeah, I know about Elder Scrolls Online. I'm not interested in it right now because I don't want to pay $15 a month on top of Xbox Live to play it.
Yeah.
I might check it out when it comes out, to be honest. If I do like it enough, then I might pay the $15 a month. But yeah, right now, I'm pretty much good right now.
And Klein asked, thoughts on Obamacare? Bullshit, dude. Complete bullshit.
Yeah, I don't really care for looking into that right now. I don't have a need to because I'm on my mom's plan until I'm like 23.
Yeah, you're good.
I'm good for a while. But apparently it's like driving people's prices up because they changed the requirements for plans.
Yeah.
And the only way for them to get to the minimum requirement for like the lower end like builds of insurance, they have to bump up the price to add more features.
Yeah. So I don't like people telling me what I need and what I don't need. So you can go screw yourself, Obama.
Rich and Matt, have you guys ever played Diablo 1 on the PS1?
On the No. I played Diablo 1 on the computer, but not on the PlayStation. I remember actually StarCraft was on the Nintendo 64, and that was a shit show completely. Can you imagine playing an RTS game on a Nintendo 64 controller?
That would be horrible.
Yeah. Do you prefer the driving in GTA 4 or 5?
5.
It took a little get. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
A little bit to get used to.
It took a little getting used to, but once you got used to it, it's a lot better in 5. It's not as floaty, and you have more control over yourself.
Yeah.
I find.
But I think that was just because of your skill. Your driving skill went up as you drove.
Yeah.
And I actually think that you actually got better at it because of that skill was going up. So they bumped the handling up.
Yeah. Which is why a lot of people at the beginning were complaining that they hated the controls, but yeah, that's a lot. There's a lot of truth to that. Yeah.
Well, we should probably ask for last questions.
Yeah, we'll start wrapping up because it's been an hour and a half show almost, which is awesome. I'm loving these questions. They're really unique.
Yeah, we had a ton of questions.
Yeah, I actually was not expecting to have some of these this interaction, but it's awesome. Hashtag First Amendment says inclined to win. There you go. So just a couple more questions. I'll start wrapping up, and we'll still stick around for the after show, obviously, just to continue talking to you guys. If anyone wants to join us via Skype, we'll add you to the call and whatever.
Last questions. Thoughts on Ouya and NVIDIA Shield? Ouya, not interested in. It's pretty much just an Android gaming device, which I don't think I would ever pay for because I'm pretty much just a higher end console user. I'm not really a big indie game person unless it's a good indie game that I really enjoy. Like Minecraft was an indie game at one point.
Right.
NVIDIA Shield I would definitely get if I had a high spec PC. But the price tag is a little ridiculous at like it's like $299.
I think it came out at $500 stuff like that.
Yeah,
it was expensive.
So, and that on top of a brand new NVIDIA card because it only supports like the new 700 series.
Yeah, I'm not interested in either of them. Oh yeah, again the same thing. I'm not into those like mini games, app games that are. I don't even play games on my phone or iPad. Like I'm not into those little games. As far as the NVIDIA Shield, I have no desire to get that either. I can see why people would want it though. It looks awesome. Like
just lay in your bed and just play high spec like Battlefield 3 on this little tiny.
Right.
handheld.
But like, you would be at such a disadvantage, though. You know.
Yeah, for some games, definitely.
Like if you're playing Battlefield on that shit, you know, and you're playing with people against people that have the full-fledged keyboard and mouse, which is far superior to any controller, you're gonna get ass handed to you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which is why there was one game on the Xbox, I want to say 360 or Xbox original, where you could actually play people PC and on the Xbox all at the same time. They were all in the same game, and the people on the PC side would always whip the Xbox people's asses.
All right. Last couple questions. What do you guys think about people tackling their first project when they have never built anything before? I'm assuming he's talking about building his desk. To be honest, just experiment, because I mean, you can look up anything nowadays on YouTube. You can look up how to build a table out of wood. I mean, it's not as hard as people make it out to seem. All you need is patience and the right tools.
Yeah, and just be good at measuring.
Yeah, definitely get your measurements straight. Don't cut too short. You can always cut longer than you need to.
Because then you could always subtract. But once you cut it, you can't add it.
It's cut.
Yeah. So,
and
but good luck.
Just make sure that you have a little bit of extra material.
Yeah, definitely. And good luck, Xfinity, because
yeah,
I wouldn't.
It looks like you actually got a lot of progress today.
I've been on many forums for setups. I'm huge into setups, as you guys probably know, and I love looking at pictures of them. And I've seen people that have built their own desks, or they've gotten them built from like carpenters, and those turn out the best because they can like custom make a desk for your specific space, the specific compartments you need. If you have a desktop, they can make it obviously a compartment for that specific size, or whatever you need, and there's nothing that can beat that. You can't buy something like that in Office Max or Staples, whatever.
Yeah. There's that guy who has 4K monitor or 6 lightning bolt displays, and he has it on a custom desk. It's really cool looking.
Yeah, that guy Thai Boxer.
Yeah, Thai Box. Yeah.
Yeah.
Favorite Star Wars movie? Are you a Star Wars or Star Trek person? Personally, I'm more into Star Wars if I had to choose. And my favorite one would definitely have to be The Empire Strikes Back.
Same. Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back. Definitely.
That was probably the best one out of all.
And the prequels don't even exist to me.
Yeah, I mean, some of them are okay. Like, I think they're gonna ruin the sequels. I guess you can call them sequels.
Yeah.
The Disney.
I have a feeling it would actually be really good. Those sequels.
Sure. I mean, they have good directors and everything, but I still think that they should just leave it. I think the story's good.
But the thing is, there's a whole universe that they have that they could explore. And what I'm
If you ever read the books, there's a ton of stuff.
I haven't, but I've heard. But what they're planning on doing, apparently, I forget what they compared. Oh, they're comparing it to like the Marvel universe. So what they're gonna do is have movies that not as in depth into one specific character, but kind of like focus more on one character. Like episode 7 might be on one, and episode 8 might be another, and then they might have one where it's like a real Star Wars with everybody. That's what I heard rumors about, so that might be interesting.
I mean, they own both universes now, so
yeah, they have the full control of everything.
Dude, they're like, if any company you were ever to be able to buy or own, definitely go with Disney.
All right, so I think we're going to wrap up here with this last question, which I think is perfect. MindTech00 asks, what are your PC specs?
Okay, you want me to start off?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so mine's I guess it's an Ultrabook, right?
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, it's like an Ultrabook class.
So mine's more of an editing PC more than gaming. Has a Intel Core i7 2640M CPU, quad core at 2.8 gigahertz, 8 gigs of RAM, pretty much just all built-in graphics card. I don't do heavy gaming on my PC. Yeah.
Well, it has HD 400 in like
3000.
3000. Okay, there you go.
Yeah. So it's like it can handle some games. Like it can handle Counter-Strike fine.
Right.
But yeah.
So I have a 27-inch late 2012 edition iMac, the really slim one. It has a 3.4 gigahertz i7 quad core, 24 gigabytes of RAM. Eventually I'm gonna up it to 32, but 24 is more than enough. It has an NVIDIA G4 GTX 680MX with 2 gigs of video RAM, and that's pretty much. Oh, it has a Fusion drive, 1 terabyte Fusion drive.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And you're thinking about down a couple years after this wears out, gets slow, you're probably gonna get a Mac Pro.
Yeah, definitely. Because as much as I love the iMac, I like being able to be flexible with my monitors. You know, the way it is now, my secondary monitor doesn't match, obviously. So it's kind of like
even though it's the same size, it's just the height difference.
The height difference is also different resolution. So. I like the flexibility, being able to have maybe 2 4K displays. I wouldn't have 3. I think 2 4K displays would be perfect with the Mac Pro. That would be 6.
That's down the line a couple years, I mean, so they'll be cheaper by then.
Or if my iMac breaks, which I'm kind of hoping for at this point.
Don't. You're hoping for it?
No, I'm not hoping for it. No, of course not.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Spilled my water.
You spent like $4,000 on that bad boy.
I almost spent my water on it. No, but yeah, I think that was a great question to end off with. Again, next time, hopefully, we'll have our setups. Well, no, we won't have our setup next week.
The week after.
The week after.
We might do like an early week show, because I'm not working that week. I don't think.
Yeah.
As of right now.
So stay tuned.
So I'll be free on like Monday and stuff. So.
Yeah, we'll see. But I'm gonna have my office tour up this weekend, so stay tuned for that. I really am excited for it. Like, this office has changed a lot since last year, and it's pretty freaking epic, as you could probably see. Just a little sneak peek. I got a Retina MacBook Pro. I got a Mac Pro there, in addition to my iMac, 32-inch monitor here, and all my systems. I have a rack with them, and my new systems there. Philips Hue. We'll go into whole depth on this later, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have a show where we just show off our setups.
Exactly. So, again, thanks a lot for joining us. Thanks to everybody in the chat room. I mean, all 18 of you.
Tons of questions.
18 people. I mean, I want to thank Steve, because I'm sure he got a lot of people to help join. So, thanks a lot, Steve. He's going to join us in the after show. What were you going to say?
I was just saying thank you.
Yeah, so thanks a lot, guys. I really enjoyed it. So, to watch us, join us next week and the weeks after. So we'll finally, hopefully, start getting into tech and following, what's going on, maybe with CES and stuff like that. So again, until next time, guys, thanks a lot, and see you guys later.